My name is Julie. This was my first Shamanic Shadows healing with Nicole at Wholistic Vitality.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just finished my session. I'm still like reacclimating, but I feel really, really good. I feel really just at peace.
Yeah.
Is like the best word that I can use for how I feel right now. Just peaceful and like grounded, and I felt like I let go of a lot in the session. Mm-hmm.
What do you think you were feeling maybe before you came in?
Probably just a lot of tension and anxiety. I definitely felt like my chakras were out of alignment. I haven't done any kind of energy work in a while.
Okay.
So, and I felt a little, because I'm a massage therapist, I give so much, and I kind of hold space for a lot of people. So it was really nice for me to receive. I just feel like it's really important with my line of work. It's really necessary
to receive just as much as you give.
Exactly, yeah.
In the beginning?
I definitely, like, pretty quickly went into kind of a meditative state. And it felt like I was kind of just floating in that pool that you were talking about, definitely. And for me, I have a very active mind.
Yeah.
So to drop into that meditative state is super rare, but really important to me. So the fact that I got there was really nice. And I definitely felt like a connection to a higher place, yeah, a higher state of being. So that was really, really awesome.
Did you think you got any of that today?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt some energy of loved ones that have passed that I haven't seen in a while or spoken to in a while. Some that I've never even met. I felt a lot of like feminine ancestry.
Cool.
Energy.
Any of them that you recognized?
Yeah, my grandmother on my dad's side.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She was there?
Yeah, I felt her energy a lot, and then just some kind of angel. I'm not sure what, but I definitely saw like some kind of angel form.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that's
beautiful. It was really cool.
Yeah, and was it more sensory for you on like a feeling level, or was there any sort of like messages that they could have imparted in any way? Or
a lot of the message I was receiving was just kind of love. Like it wasn't a specific message of like do this or do that, but just like it just was an enveloping, loving feeling.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then going down from that to throat chakra, do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was a little more of like I was more in my body for that one. Like I kind of came back down to, because it's a lower chakra, and I know I've had some restriction there, so that was it felt like a little tense in that area, but as we went through it, I felt a release, so that was really nice. And just being able to talk to my inner child and, you know, I visualized myself like as a little girl and just telling her all the things that you had said, and that was very, very healing for me as well. So Yeah, it was nice to kind of briefly go through little hurts that I've had in my life that have kind of become like my story, or what I choose to tell as my story, and just kind of like when you were physically touching me and like picking them out, that felt really good to just like
get rid of it.
Yeah, and the analogy of like visualizing this garden and the weeds, and then what was left over after were these like beautiful flowers that were like, you know, and whereas before I kind of almost pictured it as like a garden in the winter, where you know that there's stuff growing underneath, but it's underneath the soil. So then once that was all picked out, just visualizing it as like a springtime garden with the sun and flowers growing. So that helped a lot, and just, you know, kind of tearing down the wall and
opening up your heart.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everything felt really good. There were some parts where I was like, that's rough to think about, but to go back in and like heal the hurts was
good.
Yeah.
What do you think stood out to you the most with what you got rid of?
Just, I think when we were in solar plexus, when you were talking about forgiving and what forgiveness means, and having all these people that have hurt me like in the room and saying to them like, you hurt me and this is how you hurt me, but I forgive you. Because if I don't really, it's not condoning your behavior, but it is holding me back from moving on and letting go and becoming, you know, the greatest me that I can be. Yeah. So, just forgiving the people and having them all there in front of me in the room was very powerful. So the mother thing was something that we had talked about, and so kind of going back in and saying in my mind some things that I might be afraid to say to my own mother, and just, you know, like, you are beautiful and you are enough and you don't need to do all these things, because even if you take away all the makeup and you take away, you you lose 150 pounds or however much weight she would want to lose, it's like, none of that matters to me. Like, when I look back on photos, you know, after she passes away, I'm not going to be looking at her physical body. It's like her spirit, her being, she's my mother. Yeah. And so just kind of going back in, and just even also too, when we were in sacral chakra, having those people that I've hurt, and she was one of those people, because I know my teen years were really rough with her. So just saying like, I'm sorry and I love you, and yeah,
and that was powerful.
Yeah, that was very healing for me as well, to just go back in and like say those things to her that I'm kind of held back from in my conscious state. But and I hope she kind of felt that, you know. Same with everyone like that I had envisioned during the session. Like, they say you can kind of feel that if you focus enough intention and behind it. So I kind of hope that everybody that I had envisioned in my mind during this time
will benefit, hopefully, on their end from
absolutely.
That, even if it's on a subtle level.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I just hope that she felt that, and she knows that, and maybe this experience will help me actually verbalize that to her in, you know, a conscious state.
Yes.
When I was picturing myself, you know, kind of in the womb of Mother Earth, it was definitely a warm, safe, like, enveloping feeling. And then when I was coming back out, when you were kind of calling my body back to consciousness, it was just that imagery of climbing and just kind of emerging out was, it was also really powerful to just kind of picture myself kind of climbing up through the dirt and the mud and just coming out into the world. Yeah. But yeah, that was during the time where you were talking about Mother Earth. It was very, very grounding, very safe, very kind of nurturing, definitely nurturing.
Yeah.